Morning. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Bad news first, always, please.
Julie's just rung in sick. She wondered if you'd mind meeting an IT rep who's coming in to talk about updating the mill's computer systems.
Oh, the horror. Stuck in a room with a boring little IT guy. Short of being tied to a chair and forced to listen to a 17-hour Philip Glass retrospective, I can think of nothing worse. And the good news?
The squeaky hinge on your door's been fixed. Good morning.
Hey, are you all right? You left early this morning.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I really felt for you last night. Did Will say why he snuck off like that?
No. I'm sure he had his reasons. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
Absolutely. You're sort of prone to the odd Queenie tantrum, aren't you?
Oh, sorry. Daisy kept me up virtually all night.
Afraid of the dark, was she?
I can understand you feeling threatened by a younger woman. Once you hit 30, the insecurities start to melt, don't they?
Have I ever struck you as insecure?
Is it just plain old jealousy, then?
Of a grubby little one-night stand?
Do you think that's what it was? No. Daisy and I made a real connection. She's so fantastically uncluttered, you know?
Excuse me. Perhaps you'd like to join us? Hello, everyone. My name's Miranda. I'll be taking the course today. Julian's had to take some personal time.
You still want me to help out? That's one breach I wouldn't mind filling.
Yes, that won't be necessary, Charlie. Dr. Heston Carter.
Susan Matheson.
I'm afraid Julia's a little bit under the weather at the moment, so you're stuck with little old me. Apologies for that.
No need to apologise, Heston. No need at all.
Right. Shall we go through to the office?
Okay, to warm us all up and to give me a chance to see where we're all at, why don't you all tell me exactly what you learned from yesterday?
Oh, could I say?
I'd be fascinated.
I think that what I picked up on is that despite millions of years of evolution and the musings of the great philosophers, all men are reduced to the status of horny teenagers by a bit of cleavage and a short skirt.
Well, you should know you've used that technique to your advantage on more than one occasion.
So the fact that you're a shallow moron who falls for it is my fault, is it?
Enough. Maybe this would be a good point to remind us all of the name of this course. Team building.
Hi, this is Will. I'm not available now, but please leave a message.
Is that Will?
Aunt's phone, actually.
Do you think that he's avoiding you? If I was you, I'd go and see him.
Look, I know you mean well, and I appreciate it, but you really don't have to fuss. Okay? I know what I have to do.
You have two options, either a standard annual payment or a monthly direct debit.
What would you recommend?
Well, we offer a 5% discount if you pay annually. Most practices find that attractive. But of course, that could always be reviewed in the future.
It's a bit of a minefield.
Don't worry. It'll be my pleasure to guide you through it. What operating system were you thinking about?
Well, the only operating I understand is what I did with the scalpel in my hand.
You're a surgeon?
Well, I used to be, for my sins.
How fascinating. Their lives in your hands.
All in a day's work.
So modest.
The benefits of teamwork aren't immediately apparent to everyone. The more egotistical who think they know it.
If you're referring to us, I find that very insulting.
Yeah, and we're certainly nothing alike.
Please don't be insulted. People who have the self-confidence to tackle problems and situations head-on are to be treasured. But these qualities alone aren't enough. Other characteristics are just as important, and that's where the value of being able to draw on the different strengths of a well-balanced team really comes into its own. You're looking cynical.
It's just another of our endearing qualities.
Let me demonstrate. The next exercise involves splitting into pairs and building a simple model plane. Daniel, Zara, let's see if you can work together.
No problem.
Fine.
It's all very swish. I mean, I realise that's not a technical term.
I'll take it as a compliment nonetheless.
Wish I could say I'd understood 1/10 of what you told me, but I'll pass on your beautifully presented information to Julia with my strong recommendation.
Thank you, Heston. It's been an absolute pleasure doing business with you. Look, I don't suppose... No, I shouldn't.
What?
I don't have any more appointments today, and I wondered if you might join me for an early lunch.
Oh.
Sorry, that was so unprofessional. It's just that I'm at a loose end and I've really enjoyed your company, but if you're busy...
No, on the contrary. I think the paperwork can wait for a few hours.
Heston, you are naughty.
Okay, guys, you've got a couple of minutes left.
There's a wing fit.
Well, maybe I could do it better. Zara. Thank you. The wing is up. Wing.
You've broken it. I can't wait to see Miranda's face when she says I told you so.
Distract Ralph.
What?
Just do it.
Ralph, darling. Could you get me some water, please?
That's not the sort of teamwork I was looking for. It states clearly in the instructions that you're supposed to fit the wings before you put the two halves of the fuselage together. Did either of you bother reading the instructions first? Time's up, everyone. Let's see what you've done.
Now we look like idiots in front of these idiots. I so hate you.
Back at you.
I won't be a moment.
I'll just make a quick call.
Charlie, big favour. Just popping out for a spot of lunch with Susan. Would you cover for me?
Honour to be your wingman. And in return, I want a blow-by-blow account.
We're just having lunch. She's a charming woman.
Lucky so.
See you later.
Beats me why a guy want to be a rear gunner when this high-class totty like Susan on the loose.
I put my stethoscope on this elderly but slightly deaf female patient and said, big breaths.
And she said they used to be.
It's a very old joke.
This is so much fun.
And for me too. It's a while since I've been in the company of such a beautiful and vivacious woman.
I can't believe there's not a Mrs. Carter.
Well, there was a promise of someone truly wonderful, but alas, it was not meant to be.
Sorry if I've brought back bad memories.
Oh, no, on the contrary. I've been thinking it's about time I got back in the saddle, so to speak. Why don't we celebrate a splendid afternoon with another bottle?
Actually, I've got a better idea. You obviously enjoy your wine.
It verges on the passion.
Then why don't you come back to my house? I keep a very good cellar.
Not sure that would be entirely appropriate.
What could be wrong with two new friends kicking back and relaxing with a chill glass of Puis Fumé Cuvée Prestige?
Not the 2007.
The very same.
My very favourite.
And would a Chablis Cru Ford Face seal the deal?
2003.
Mm-hmm. Plus, of course, there's the Chassagne Montrachet 2006.
I'll order a cab.
I suppose Boeing won't lose any sleep over us, will they?
I suppose Miranda was right. Hardly a perfect match, are we?
Well, maybe not this side of the bedroom door.
Oh, it was obviously so much better for you.
What, so you reckon our inner connection is the fact that we're a couple of egotistical know-it-alls?
We are both far too fabulous to be egotistical.
Far too clever to be know-it-alls. Chin-chin.
What a beautiful house.
Thank you.
You really do have excellent taste.
In all things. Go through. I'll be back in a moment with the wine.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, do you know where Will Duncan is, please?
He's down that way.
Okay, thank you.
That is a very acceptable glass of wine. Here's to an absolutely first-class day. Cheers.
To us.
I suppose being an IT rep is,
It helps if your father runs a bank. I get, rather a better deal than most on my mortgage. What's so funny?
Oh, I feel like a naughty boy bunking off school.
Heston, you can be as naughty as you like when you're with me. Time for the Shazania Montrachet, wouldn't you say?
Sounds like a plan. Ooh, yes, that feels good. I could do this all afternoon.
Is there anything else you could do all afternoon? Surprise.
What are you doing here?
I need to talk to you. I tried calling.
It's a bit awkward now, a bit busy.
Yeah, so I see.
Look, can't this wait till I get off my shift?
No, it can't. It's important.
All right, well, go grab a coffee or something. I'll give you a call when I'm free. Will that do?
I suppose it'll have to, won't it?
I'm sorry. I just don't get this at all. Who exactly are you?
I'm Wendy, Susan's friend. Susan was right. You do have extraordinary hands.
Well, where is she?
What do you think?
He's absolutely gorgeous. Like a big teddy bear.
What in heaven's name is going on?
It's your lucky day, sweetie.
You get to spend the afternoon rolling in the hay, or more to the point, silk sheets, with two very gorgeous women. Isn't that every man's fantasy? So coy.
Isn't it cute?
Unhand me, madam.
Come on, Heston, live a little.
Wouldn't you like to see more of this?
No, I would not. Well, not under these circumstances, anyway. I'm afraid there's been a terrible mistake. I'm going to have to leave. Give me that.
Come and get it.
Oh, for goodness sake. Will you please stop this? I mean it. That's enough. Give me that jacket now.
So forceful.
Someone's just come in.
Must be my husband.
She's married.
Okay, we're coming towards the end of the course. Up to now, I've been emphasising teamwork. But the most important part of being in a team is that you trust the people you're working with. So as a final exercise, I'd like each of you to demonstrate that trust by sharing something with the group that's personal, yeah, and of real importance to you. I'll give you a few minutes to think about what you'd like to say, and then I'd like Zara to go first. Zara, can I please ask you to take this seriously?
Sorry. Oh, I'm I'm sorry, I really do have to take this. Hello?
All right. Where is he?
Who?
Don't play games with me, Susan.
She's not lying.
Don't treat me like an idiot. You're both up to your old tricks again, aren't you?
But Marcus...
Enough! I warned you what would happen if I caught you again.
No, Marcus. Please.
Let her go! I'm not afraid to use this!
No need to get excited. It's just a bit of role play.
You must be Heston. I'm Marcus. Pleased to meet you, dear boy. Come on in.
Ye gods. You're swingers.
Okay, Zara?
Fine.
Right. Here we go. When you're ready.
Okay, so I suppose the thing in my life... The thing in my life that I'm most passionate about is my father. He ran his own company, dealing in fire safety systems. Until one day, during a fire safety demonstration, a man died. He was my friend. My father wasn't to blame, but his partner framed him. So he was prosecuted for manslaughter with gross negligence, found guilty and locked up. My daddy was my hero. He was so full of life and encouragement. He made me feel as if anything was possible. I'd never have got through medical school without him. But prison has broken him. He used to be so... So I have felt really helpless, watching him become more and more withdrawn. Seeing all his verve and swagger draining away. No. Sorry. Everything's going to be all right now, you see, because I have managed to prove his innocence. It's taken some time. But now everything is going to be all right. And my daddy's coming back.
I thought I was spending the afternoon with an attractive and intelligent woman, not in some booze-addled sex pit.
It's just so much more of a thrill for us if the other man thinks it's for real.
There are other games we could try. The Lucky Burglar always goes down well with first-timers.
No, thank you.
Oh, well, if nothing's going on here, I'll be off. I'm meeting Dennis in an hour.
Your poor husband, I suppose. What would he say if he knew what you get up to?
He'd be joining in if he weren't in court.
He's not some sort of flasher, is he?
No, he's a High Court judge.
Thank you very much, Debbie. Daniel?
I'm guessing that most of you think I'm going to take this opportunity to act the smart aleck, which is what I was going to do until... But no, I'm going to talk about what's really important to me. And that's my daughter Isabel. Or Izzy.
It's like I've stepped into the news of the world. What I really object to is that you took it for granted that I'd be part of your tawdry little gang.
I must say, Heston, I never guessed you'd be such a prude.
I'm not a prude. You can do it dressed as a chicken in a lay-by on the M4 for all I care.
A lay-by, eh? Perhaps you could be the stranded motorist.
And Susan and I could be two very available women who stopped to help.
Are you people obsessed?
Let me put you straight, Heston. Is there perhaps a belt on that robe of yours? There's nothing tawdry about our lives. Susan and my commitment to each other is second to none. The same goes for Wendy and Dennis. For us, sex is completely removed from our relationship. In fact, I think it makes it stronger. None of us harbour any hidden desires. We're completely open and honest with each other. How many marriages can you say that about?
Exactly. There are far too many couples who get stuck in a rut.
Our lifestyle is liberating, open, and does no one any harm.
Oh, you think so, do you? Well, before you closed your curtains just now, I couldn't help noticing some reddened sores on your nether regions.
It's just a spot of eczema.
No, it's herpes. You're all going to have to be checked.
What is going on?
Nothing's going on.
Oh, come on. You run off last night to some party without me, which, incidentally, made me look like a complete fool in front of my friends. I show up here, you make me feel about as welcome as an ear infection. The only place you're prepared to speak to me is in a back alley. If you're ashamed of me,
Of course I'm not ashamed of you. Look, the truth is, I'm not out at work. Oh. Yeah, look, I know it's stupid. But when I joined, I thought I'd wait to get to know everyone and settle in, and the longer I've left it, the more awkward it feels to say anything.
They are paramedics. They're not Nazis. Most of them are going to be fine, and those that not, that's their problem.
Yeah, look, I know, you're right. But I can't just blurt it out. I've got to wait for the time to be right, haven't I? You understand that?
Not entirely.
I'll talk about this later, yeah?
Of course.
Later.
You want a lift?
I've got my own car. I was impressed by your speech. Is this the new grown-up you?
Well, I can't carry on being Leatherbridge's answer to Russell Brand, can I?
Don't flatter yourself. So how does Daisy fit into this grand plan to reinvent yourself?
I think she's moved on. No, it's an early night for me.
Oh, really? Saint Daniel. I'm not sure the world's ready for that.
You know, it was really something, what you said about your dad.
Thanks.
Sorry.
That call I got earlier was from my solicitors. My dad's coming out really soon.
Heston, hi. Good day?
Different, that's for sure.
Heston, can I ask your advice about something?
Yes, you can.
It's Will.
Ah, right. Affairs of the heart is not my strongest suit.
Right, well, the thing is, he hasn't come out at work yet, and I don't understand why. I mean, I decided a long time ago to be honest with everyone about everything, no living a lie. But that's exactly what I will be doing with Will. I wouldn't be able to meet him after work, or if we bumped into any of the guys at the pub, then I'd have to hide, or pretend I was a mate from football or something, which would be embarrassing because I know nothing about football.
Right. Well, as I said, relationships are not my speciality, as my recent record testifies. But one thing I have learned is it's impossible to have a successful relationship if you don't have a broadly similar outlook. If your needs and expectations gel, no matter how outlandish they may be, then I think you've got a fighting chance. Hope that's not too cynical.
No, I think you're absolutely right. Thank you.
How'd it go with the fragrance, Susan?
I don't think your blood pressure could handle it.
Yeah, come on, you can't leave it like that.
Oh, hey, have you spoken to Will?
Now's not a good time.
Well, did you find out why I ran out on you?
I said not now, Cherry, okay?
I'm only trying to help.
Yeah, I know, and I don't mean to be rude, but please, just mind your own business.
His name's William McIntyre. He's got loads of cash. Millions.
I've seen a list of what everybody gets paid.
Oh, yeah? And I'm guessing that that's not a few buttons and a handful of beans.
Listen, you're not seriously suggesting that he's up to the job.
I think he's a good candidate.
Do you think I'm stupid because I'm old?